Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Professor's Powwow. After a long layoff, we are returning with a back-to-school special. I'm your host, Professor Farkas, and today we're being graced with a guest you've seen before. Please give a warm welcome to Westfield's biggest read, Proj.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now, you may remember Proj from his defeat at the hands of Kobe in the Battle of the Morons. Now, Proj, your birth name is Luke, but people have come to know you by your nickname. Why do you love the nickname Proj so much?
I don't know. It's very special. People have been calling it for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8th grade wrestling.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Mr.
Now-
Murphy.
Yes. Now, disclaimer to what I said earlier. The Battle of the Morons was rigged. I know.
That's what I thought.
It's shocking, right? Now, what was your reaction when you realized the battle was rigged?
I knew it was rigged the whole time.
But you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Nah, you
thought
didn't.
He was like Ray Lewis before you even answered that. Asked the
Actually, you didn't know it was rigged until I told you a
Huh?
month later.
That's
I
not
said
true.
you didn't know.
Huh?
I said you didn't know.
I called it was rigged. Alright, you know what? Fine. Whatever.
You didn't know anything. So why don't you
Sorry.
shut your mouth? You're on my show. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Proj.
I like football, wrestling, dogs, skier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, your father smokes meat, especially pulled pork.
Yep.
Excuse me. Do you ever wonder if people don't like you, they just like your meat? Hey, man.
I wonder that a lot.
Is it a worry?
It's a question that
A
I
concern
contemplate.
that you have? Do you think people are ever just using you to get to your pulled pork? They just want your meat?
I feel like
They just want to eat your meat. That's what they want.
I feel like they're just wanting my meat. That's exactly.
So,
Calm down.
on the topic of meat, what makes a good brisket, you'd say? Tell the audience at home.
A long and slow roast on a smoker. Lots of seasoning. Yeah.
What's your dry rub of choice? You always go dry?
Yeah. Yeah. Try.
Alright. Let's move on to the next section. So, you have a girlfriend. Excuse me, my throat. I hear you recently got engaged. Don't you think high school is too young?
You know, a lot of people say that, but I like to defy those odds.
That's good.
I think it's a great age.
Defying stereotypes.
Yes.
Was it love at first sight?
Yeah.
Just when you saw her, you were like, that's the one right there. That's the girl. What'd you do? Were you like what was your pickup line?
I didn't really have one.
You just gave her the look? Were you like, do you want to eat my meat? Did you offer her your smoked meat?
She ate the pulled pork. Yeah. She liked it.
Now, you're known as Proj, but also as Re-Pro. What do you think are some of the most Re-Pro moments in your life?
I don't know. I can't recall.
You need an aspirin?
Can you recall?
I can recall. Actually, I wrote down a few myself. So, let's just get right into them. Number one, not realizing the battle between you and Kobe was rigged when he answered a question before. Because you didn't realize until I told you a month later. Now shut your mouth before you say something rude and disrespectful.
Sorry. That's it.
Taunting a fully grown stag in the forest. See another one right there. Setting off a fire extinguisher at wrestling camp. And lastly, just off the top of my head, agreeing to come on this show.
Might be
To
the
name a
biggest
few.
one.
What?
That might be the biggest
That
one.
might be. So let's go back to the fire extinguisher story and just take us through your harrowing experience. You touched down in Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
Kutztown, Pennsylvania. I was there for a total of 7 hours.
So when you walked in the room and you saw the fire extinguisher, were you like, I need to set that off? What happened? Tell us the lead up.
I took it out of the case as a joke, and people were like, pull the pin.
I don't think it was a joke to the people working there, though.
No, it wasn't. I'll make sure
I
they
think it was
saw
actually very rude.
You're right. And I shouldn't have
So
done
what
it.
happened when you pulled it? What happened when you pulled it off?
It set off the fire alarm. It was, yeah, and the police came.
What was the aftermath?
Kicked out of camp. I'm scared of curse now. And
$1,000 later.
$1,150 later.
Good thing you work at Memorial. Gotta earn that back. So, I've decided to add a new segment on the show where we have some snacks together. Would you like a pretzel? Take a pretzel.
I'll take a pretzel.
I think you just pulled off. It's not a screw.
Very much.
Ah! But first, let's say grace. Do you mind leading us from? Bow your head. Lead us in prayer.
We thank the Lord for the food that was given to us today, and hope that this can keep happening for the rest of our lives.
What will keep happening exactly?
Food
Oh, food.
in our
Yes.
hands.
I would like food for the rest of my life.
Amen.
Amen to that. Let's cheers. Clink.
I like this.
Would you like some water?
I like this.
There's water in there. So, are you a Christian, Proj?
Yes.
How often do you go to church? Not a lot. Do you have a favorite hymn?
No.
No? I have one. Would you like to hear it? It's called Amazing Grace. Let me play it.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound
It's beautiful, right?
that
the pretzel?
saved a wretch
Well,
like me.
that just about concludes our interview. Thank you to Proj for coming on. Like and subscribe, and comment who you'd like to see on the Professor's Powwow